This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The controversy surrounding this year's election goes beyond the presidential candidates.
The ability for 82 registered voters and 16 mail-in voters who live on Anna Maria Island to cast a ballot is being challenged. According to the Supervisor of Elections Office, Anna Maria Island Commissioner Charles Webb turned in paperwork late Monday to contest the almost 100 voters. Those who cast their vote prior to this filing will not be affected, but those who attempted to vote today were forced to cast a provisional ballot, which must be reviewed by a canvassing board. Webb says he filed the voter challenges to protect the purity of the election, but those affected disagree.
I want to preserve the validity of our elections process. The democracy goes out the window if non-residents vote in the area.
What does that mean? That when you don't own land, you're given less of an opportunity to have your right to vote? That seems really disturbing to me.
The canvassing board will review the contested ballots and make a determination by Thursday if these votes will be counted. A list of contested voters is said to be an even split among all parties.
Across the country, lines were long in some places, but few voters appear to be encountering any problems at the polls. Presidential elections usually include some voting issues, such as machines not working properly. But Leon County Supervisor of Elections says early voting helps eliminate some of those problems.
We developed early voting, so basically we can deal with these large numbers in small bits so that before Election Day, a vast number of the voters have voted. Now there won't be those lines on Election Day, and that's the way it should be.
There are more than 12.8 million registered voters here in Florida.
One major important topic that is on the ballot this year is whether to legalize medical marijuana. California was the first to approve medical marijuana 2 decades ago, but now being asked to expand its use for recreational. If approved, the proposals would be for cannabis given a similar treatment to alcohol in the way it's regulated. Consumption would be limited to people 21 or older. Other states that are voting on this proposal are Arizona, Maine, Massachusetts, and Nevada. An amendment to pass medical marijuana is also being considered here in Florida.
An update now on the beach erosion problem on Manasota Key. Sarasota County commissioners met this morning to talk about some solutions. One was to conduct a 3-month survey for residents living in the area. That survey will analyze how the erosion is affecting them. Afterwards, commissioners will meet again to discuss the findings. The county may also join Charlotte County for a beach renourishment project. A 2-county approach could save on cost and would increase eligibility for state funding as well.
And now for a check on our Election Day forecast, let's head over to Bob.
Looking pretty good right now. This is a Van Wezel webcam looking out over the Gulf, and there's the Ringling Bridge right there. Skies generally fair, partly cloudy in some places. 82 degrees right now. No problems weather-wise. A nice breeze east at 7, and the pressure 30.06 inches, which is fairly high, but it has been falling a little bit as it's getting bumped out of here by this storm system, which is developing to the west of us. This storm system will eventually move on through and bring with it a slight chance for a few showers tomorrow late afternoon. But right now, not bad out there at all. Some clouds approaching the panhandle of Florida. There are a few showers up near Louisiana, southern portions anyway, and also into Texas, but not much rainfall here immediately along the west coast of Florida. I mentioned a little bit of rain near the panhandle, but not enough to cause problems. I'll have much more in the forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. A subway station turns into a crime scene after a woman is pushed to her death. It happened at the Times Square station on Monday. Police say 49-year-old Connie Watton and another woman, Melanie Liverpool, confronted each other on the platform. That's when Liverpool pushed Walton to the tracks, killing her. That woman was arrested. Police say people at the station helped them identify her.
And they saw this woman push another woman, and they flagged down 2 police officers that were standing on the platform. It's a horrible incident, and your heart goes out to this family and this victim, and also to the other people that were on that platform.
Liverpool is being held without bail on a murder charge. Police are looking over surveillance video to determine whether the 2 women were just talking or were they arguing before the incident.
Here in Florida, the city of Orlando plans to buy the Pulse nightclub and eventually convert the site of the deadliest mass shooting in the modern U.S. history into a memorial. It's a $2.25 million deal. Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer says the site should probably remain as is for the next 12 to 18 months as it's become a gathering place for mourners. He says the city will reach out to the community for advice on how plans for the memorial should proceed. Voters in Venice are facing decisions over a new mayor, public safety bond, and a road bond.
ABC7's Christopher Brantley is joining us live tonight from the Supervisor of Elections South County office in Venice. Christopher.
Well, Scott and Haley, Sarasota Supervisor of Elections Kathy Dent has told us for the most part voting here in the city of Venice has gone relatively smoothly. Although there have been some issues with voters going to the wrong precincts, voters here in Venice are faced with decisions ranging from a multi-million-dollar public safety bond for a new police station to a multi-million-dollar road bond to rebuild the roadways in Venice. On top of all of that, the mayoral race is up for grabs. Incumbent John Hollick facing tough opposition from website blogger Frankie Abruzzino. All in all, a lot on the ballot, especially in the southern parts of Sarasota County.
Venice is one of our higher turnout areas. Those people down south are voters, and they're some of our oldest voters. So it's pretty interesting that we'll see probably the highest turnout coming from Venice.
And we'll start to hear those results coming up later on this evening. Now, we did speak to a voter here at the Woodmere Park precinct in Venice. He said that he was very concerned about local races, and he'll be watching closely to see the results. We'll hear more from him coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. Some election watch parties on the Suncoast. The Democratic Club, or the Democratic Party of Sarasota, will be having an election night victory party tonight at Marina Jack. That is from 7 until 11:45. Valet parking and admission are free. Also, the Republican Party of Sarasota County having its election night watch party at the Hyatt Sarasota. Doors open at 7. Congressman Vern Buchanan and State Representative Greg Stubbe will be attending. Of course, you can always watch the results with us right here on ABC7.
Coming up next, stress.
It's definitely something we felt just a few times during this campaign season. A few words of advice local doctors have to try to take it easy and be stress-free on this election night.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner.
After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Hello, I'm Jamie DiDomenico with Cool Today, Plumbing Today, and Energy Today. Here on the Suncoast, taking care of people is more than a slogan. It's a way of life. On Tuesday, November 15th, do your part and show that the Suncoast cares. Come by the Suncoast Blood Bank from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and donate one or more of these important items needed by local organizations, including a life-saving blood donation. For more details, visit suncoastcares.org. That's Tuesday, November 15th from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Suncoast Blood Bank. See you there.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
More than half of Americans are reporting that the U.S. presidential election campaign is very or somewhat stressful. That's according to the American Psychological Association. ABC7's Alex Redmond joins us with local reaction and some solutions to this stress. Alex.
Levels may be heightened as the results of the presidential election come down to the wire. And while you may no longer have a say to the outcome if your vote has been cast, you can control the way that you let it affect you. How stressed are you over the election?
I go to bed at night and worry about who this president will be.
Linda Valino says her health is affected.
My blood pressure's up.
This election year, of all the election years, is a very stressful time for many people.
Cardiologist Dr. Chippy Naluri says sudden amount of significant stress definitely has a very bad effect on the body.
It increases blood pressure, it increases heart rate, it actually reduces your immune system. People can be at higher risk for events such as heart attacks, arrhythmia, stroke.
Debbie Sergi Laws explains why this particular election is stressful for her.
I believe we have somebody in the election that is not qualified to be in our election as the United States president, and that's worrisome.
Sergi Laws adds another concern of hers of last-minute voters.
And I'm afraid they're not going to be the choices that I would prefer them to be.
Dr. Naluri says take a few minutes and regulate your breath.
You actually change the nervous system in the body. So instead of the gas pedal pushed all the way down, you start to push down on the brake. You start to cause a relaxation in the body.
Sonny Lieberman of newly opened Gym SRQ has a stress solution.
Come in and get moving. If you're not moving, then your body is not happy because you're focusing on everything else.
Lieberman says one of the best things you can do to de-stress is to pick up a weight.
It's so easy to get sweating, get moving, get your body to release the serotonin, the positive stress hormone that's going to bring you back to sanity.
New mom Lauren Myers says this is how she relieves election-related stress.
My baby, taking care of him, you know, it's a full-time job as well, and it's a wonderful job.
Willie Mobley's advice for those stressed out by possible election outcomes?
Chill out. It's going to be what it's going to be. It is what it is. Take a chill pill, relax. Come on. We can do this.
Good advice. And Dr. Naluri says, although it may be hard to get your mind off the election, try to participate in an activity that is good for you, whether it's walking on the beach, practicing yoga, or just breathing, and put all your focus into that.
And Alex, is there something else? If we've already done our workout and the walk on the beach, is there anything else we can do to kind of keep the stress level down?
Absolutely. If you have already cast your vote, then understand that you just have to throw it up there to the universe because your job has been done. You've convinced your friends to vote, you've done your duty.
Right. There's no worrying will never solve anything and will not change the results of the election. So like that lady said in your story, take a chill pill, right?
Take a chill pill and we can all get through this. We are all in this together.
True. All right. Thank you, Alex. Now let's head over to Bob and take a look at our forecast.
Well, here's a look at the Lakewood Ranch webcam showing some fair weather today. At least we didn't have to deal with that. That was not a stress factor for all of us out there who got out to the polls today to make themselves, or at least their votes known. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing fair skies right now. We still have that easterly wind, and it's bringing some rain to the east coast, but not much here. Things are fairly quiet, and will stay that way through the rest of the evening. So if you haven't got out to the polls, you still have time. 7 o'clock, they're shutting down, but it looks like things will stay quiet here. Some showers to the west of us associated with a low pressure trough in the northern Gulf of Mexico. You can see that activity approaching the panhandle. Not a lot of rain there near Panama City and offshore. Texas has had some showers around, but this frontal boundary's brought quite a bit of light rainfall to parts of Ohio from Toledo eastward to Cleveland, stretching down to Cincinnati this evening. Currently, we have just a few clouds. It's 82, still pretty mild out there, and the dew point temperature at 56. East winds are at 7, and the pressure 30.06 inches, and that is falling slightly as this high pressure ridge is starting to back off as a frontal system approaches. The high today, another warm one, 86 degrees, well above the average, just shy of the record, and this morning's low was 64. We're going to get back to more normal readings beginning especially on Thursday once the front passes. No rainfall to report today, and it looks like we're about a half inch, just over a half inch below average so far for the month of November. We are expecting some rainfall from this front, but not a lot. You can see the hourly forecast that checks in like this. We'll see temperatures dropping down into the low 60s under generally fair skies. Now, the clouds will be on the increase tomorrow afternoon and evening as the frontal system approaches. Temperatures right now 75 in Tallahassee, 68 in Jacksonville. And right now at Cortez, it's 82 in Sarasota, 74 in Venice, 77 in Northport, and 77 in Arcadia. Inglewood at 74 degrees. Braden, you're at 83, and 74 degrees now in the Gulf of Mexico. Well, the satellite and radar combination showing quite a bit of clouds now, stretching down to Texas, some rain falling throughout Missouri, and some showers right there near the western portion of Tennessee earlier. But what's going to happen is eventually all this cooler, drier air will settle our way, but it won't really happen until tomorrow evening, and then you'll notice it big time on Thursday. When I say big time, we're not going to see a tremendous drop. We're going to see low temperatures back down to near average, right around 60 degrees. Some places will be in the upper 50s by Thursday morning inland. Right now at Little Rock it's 65, Charlotte it's 61, 75 now in Tallahassee, and New Orleans at 72 degrees. The overall moisture content is starting to increase somewhat, and that means our rain chance is not going to go sky high, but we will see a 20% chance for a passing shower tomorrow evening. Here comes the front. Futurecast showing that wind shift change behind it will bring in that cooler air, and that's Wednesday at just 6 o'clock. That cloudiness and shower activity could be around, and then the front moves through. We'll continue to see that north to northeasterly wind flow, which will usher in some cooler temperatures and some drier air. Detroit right now 56. Omaha at 61, Salt Lake City at 65 degrees. Pretty nice there out west. There's no real extremes going on, which is good news for the nation as far as no weather worries and folks getting out to vote today. East winds turn to the southwest at 10 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet with a light chop out there. High tide upcoming 8:10 and a low tide at 2:20. The forecast tonight, partly cloudy, mild, low of 63. Tomorrow, look for a nice day. A few showers late in the day. High temperature near 80 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies by late afternoon. The extended forecast calls for things to look nice, clear out and look nice through the weekend. A lot of activities taking place outdoors over the weekend. And then a chance for showers pops back to the picture, but that's not until after the weekend is over. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is picking up in Manatee County. There is some construction around 301 in Bradenton. But going into Sarasota, I-75 is flowing pretty smoothly. We're also seeing some backup on Bee Ridge Road and 301. But in South County, traffic is flowing well.
Voting is wrapping up across the country and at 7-Eleven stores. The presidential coffee cup poll officially ending today, and the convenience store is closing out the big day by giving away free cups of coffee. All size cups and flavors of the hot beverages are free through the 7-Eleven mobile app. This marks the 5th time the store has conducted the Election Day coffee cup poll, but the first time they are closing out the campaign with the free coffee.
If you haven't figured it out already, Thanksgiving Day is becoming the day to get on top of holiday shopping. Major retailers such as Toys R Us, JCPenney, and Macy's are starting their shopping season on Thanksgiving, but some are breaking with that idea, such as the nation's largest shopping mall, the Mall of America. They are actually closing this year for Thanksgiving. Others are showing respect for the holiday and closing as well. But in truth, experts say the cost of being open may be more than the return. So, a lot of people have been protesting that. They don't like going on Thanksgiving.
That's a family day,
right?
Yeah. If you want to shop, maybe you can do it online. And then the tradition of Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of cutting down on that because
Yeah.
people are starting it so early. So we'll see. Entertainment news is next.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Enjoy fine wine, craft beer, and delicious foods, all while supporting a great cause at the 15th Annual Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. Taste hundreds of wines from around the world and sample cuisine from the area's finest restaurants. Watch live cooking demonstrations from local chefs and take part in a silent auction to bid on creative prize packages that will delight any foodie or wine connoisseur. The event will feature live music by Kettle of Fish. There's free parking, and all proceeds benefit a variety of local charities and Rotary Club projects. Don't miss this year's Suncoast Food and Wine Festival, Saturday, November 12th from 1 to 4 p.m. at the Sarasota Polo Club. For tickets and information, visit suncoastfoodandwinefest.com.
The official salon of ABC7.
Rose takes her volunteering for Tidewell Hospice very seriously. But she knows how to have fun, too. And that's what she brings when we're invited to visit patients as part of Tidewell's pet therapy program. People love to see her. She really brightens their day. She makes people smile. And in end-of-life care, a smile can be a wonderful gift. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
Prince Harry wants the media to back off his new love interest. In a statement released from Kensington Palace, Harry says a line has been crossed when it comes to his American girlfriend, actress Meghan Markle. He says Markle has been smeared in newspapers with undertones of racism and sexism. He adds he is worried about her safety and disappointed that he has not been able to protect her. The statement was the first actual confirmation that the two were together.
Finally, the faculty at this pep rally were having more fun maybe than the students. The school resource deputy and principal at George Jenkins High School in Lakeland had a bit of a dance-off last Friday, both dancing to James Brown's I Feel Good. The video was posted on YouTube. It's also on the Polk County Sheriff's Office Facebook page, where it had more than 36,000 views.
Looks like they're having
Inspiring the
fun.
students.
Yes, I think so. We'll be right back. Stay with us.